like the horse in the pasture on the corner and this and that. It doesn't describe all that stuff. Yet, if you follow those directions, you will get to the Pukhan. You see? So the Vedas, they may not express like every detail of the transcendental world. That's not possible. So in that way, you could say that words can't describe. But they can give you directions. If you do like this, you do like that, you chant this mantra, you go to this spiritual master, and so on and so on and so on. You serve in this way, you do like that, then you will get to the spiritual world. And if you follow the directions, you will get there. So in this way, the Vedas do describe the transcendental world. Another point is, everything that exists is the energy of the Lord. Now, in this material world, the Lord has distributed himself impersonally by his energy. Yet, he's present personally within each and every atom. And he's also present within the soul as super soul, Paramatma. So Paramatma is there. And even though to our senses, superficially, it appears that the Lord is not present, actually he is present. And in any case, he is present by his energy. Now, his energy is certainly eternal. Therefore, it's spiritual. The material energy, just like that class of Srila Prabhupada that you listen to again and again and again, he says that when the material energy is unmanifest, it's called pradhan. And when it's manifested, it's called... I've been in the kitchen at least 5 times when these words were spoken by Srila Prabhupada. But Mahatattva is also pradhan, the equivalent. Prakriti. Prakriti means the manifested material energy, and pradhan or Mahatattva means the unmanifested. Okay, so this external potency of the Lord is eternal. Just sometimes it's manifest and sometimes it's unmanifest. So if it's eternal, it's also spiritual. So where's this material energy you're talking about? These material words and these material books and all this material stuff. It's actually all spiritual. If we see that all this energy is in relation to the Lord, we'll see it's all spiritual. There is no material energy. That's the illusion. When someone asked Lord Brahma, what's the value of this material energy? And he said the value is that it's energy in relation with Lord Vishnu. In other words, it gives us a chance to see how his energy is working, how his external energy is working. Remember, the prakriti, the manifestation of the material energy is temporary. But the material energy itself is eternal. Because the Lord is eternal. Therefore, all his energies are also eternal. And he is also present within those energies. Now do you understand?
So if we just see everything around us as belonging to the Lord, then it's no longer a cause of bondage.
That's right.
And it's not material anymore.
That's right. And it's not impersonal either.
The energy, we don't see the energy also as impersonal?
Don't mumble.
We don't see the energy either as impersonal, or do we see it as belonging to the Lord?
We see it as belonging to the Lord. Then it's not impersonal.
How does it get personality if it belongs to the Lord?
Because the Lord is present within his energy. But, Mr. Natural, what does duwadidi really mean? No, it means that the Lord is there. He's present. He's personal. He's a person. And he has all the attributes and qualities of a person. See? And we have those same attributes and qualities, but in our case, they are perverted or they're in a diseased condition because they're in relation to this temporary material energy. See? As soon as we take the same drives, the same desires, the same activities and everything, and we relate these to the Lord, then they become transformed into their original spiritual form. You see? I don't know, take any example, intelligence or ambition, right? A person can be ambitious when they're ambitious for their own sake, for their own self. Then they cause all kinds of problems because they get into competition with other people and it's just a big mess. But when someone is ambitious for the sake of Krishna, for the Lord, then he can do very nice things because he is always going to want to expand the scope of his service, and this is going to benefit so many people and so many. See, just like when Krishna, when somebody here in the material world steals, for example, this is very bad. We want to punish that person. We want to stop them from doing that. But when Krishna steals in the spiritual world, it's wonderful. And his devotees, it increases his devotees' love and attraction for him. See? So anything when it's spiritual is wonderful and beautiful. And it's a cause for love and a cause for celebration and a cause for wonder and all good things. But when that same thing is material, reflected in the material energy, it becomes perverted and diseased and bad. Actually, everything in the material world is bad. Because it means being separated from the Lord. And being separated from the Lord is very painful. See? Everybody is running around trying to find a relationship, trying to find the one. Huh? Well, Krishna is the one, duh. You know? He is the one. And when you take that same urge for love and relationship and you connect it with Krishna, it becomes spiritualized. It becomes wonderful. It becomes devotional service. But here in the material platform, it causes so much trouble. Nothing but trouble and suffering. So just see. There's even a shloka. I wish I could remember exactly, but it goes something like that. The very same things that cause bondage to the material existence, when engaged in devotional service, become the cause of liberation. The very same things. So in other words, it's not the thing itself. It's not the material energy itself. It's whether that material energy is engaged in material purpose or a spiritual purpose, which in turn depends on how we look at it. Oh, now this opens up onto such a profound truth, because remember we were talking about quantum mechanics, how everything that exists in the universe, according to the view of quantum mechanics, is in an undefined state, called the quantum wave. And then when you measure it, which is the same thing as saying when you look at it, then it comes into some definite state. You know, Schrodinger's cat. Schrodinger's cat. You have a cat in a box, sealed. Nothing can get in or out. And inside the box is a mechanism that contains one radioactive atom. And if that radioactive atom decays, that opens up a vial of cyanide and kills the cat. Don't try this at home, kids. It's a thought experiment, okay? Because we don't know when that atom is going to decay. We know that it has a 50% chance of decaying within a certain period of time. But that's about all we know. We won't know whether it has actually decayed or not within a given span of time, unless we take a look and measure it. Okay? So in some sense, the cat is both alive and dead. Schrodinger's poor cat. Schrodinger's zombie cat. Anyway, the thing is in both states simultaneously until we end the sample period by opening the box and actually checking and seeing the cat. So everything is like that. Everything that exists is neither material nor spiritual. It's fundamentally spiritual, but prakriti in its manifestation is temporary, so it's an illusion, and so on and so forth. Anyway, we don't know whether it's material or spiritual until we look at it. So now the question is, how do we look at it? How do we collapse the quantum wave into a specific state, material or spiritual? See? It's just like, there was an example on the tip of my tongue. Well, let's take a book, for example. When we look at the book from this side, it looks like this kind of rectangular thing. And when we look at the book from this side, it looks like it's long